what was that part like? So for the people who are navigating this for themselves, because I think anyone stepping into leadership,
Yeah.
and that could be in any area of life, really, like with your parenting or like partners, like
Yeah.
whoever, friends, how would you recommend that they can begin to go, okay, like, yeah, set up boundaries, but not so other people are feeling absolutely rejected and
Totally.
not heard, or respected, seen, whatever, but also honoring where they're at.
Yeah, for me, there's a few things to that. And I think really it comes down to skillful communication. What I see happens a lot, even for like high level coaches in our community, they're terrible communicators.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a shame because on one level, so they might be great at expressing, but there's a huge distinction between expression and communication. Expression is a one-way flow. So they'll stand up on the social media platform and express and express and express, and they become very bright and people are attracted to them. But actually their ability to receive communication from others, which is the communication
Yes.
flow is a cycle, right? It's like I speak
Yeah.
to you, you receive, and then you give back to me
Yes.
and I receive. And
Yes.
they can't their ability to hold other people's communication is very small, and so they're not very good communicators. And I've been guilty of that myself, because we get kind of power drunk when you're up there and people are listening to you and giving you all their attention, and then you don't want to give them your attention
Yeah.
because in your mind you're like this fucking shining star, and everyone's just a moth to your light. It's I see that a lot. And then they
Yeah.
cut communication lines, right? So it's like, you can't
Yeah.
have access to me, and you can't have access to me, and you can't have
Yeah.
access to me because I'm the most important and significant one. And for me, like, that's like, I've journeyed that, and I saw
Yeah.
how it actually made my heart really closed.
Yeah.
That's what happened for me. I
Yeah.
felt like, great, now I'm protected in my fucking fortress of you can't communicate to me and I get to say whatever I want. And in the end, I couldn't feel myself. I lost
Yeah.
my heart, so I journey this cyclically. Like, I go through this over and over again because I do have a lot of fire, but actually at my core, like, the way I choose to live and the way I want to live is to be totally innocent. And
Mm,
that requires a lot of work to like pull down the heart walls that I build up. And it's always for protection,
yeah.
because it doesn't feel good to put a communication out, right? Like, say something really polarizing and bold,
Yeah.
and then create this effect in people's inner world, whether they're triggered or they just have a different opinion. And then, like, you're one person, you say one thing, and then you've got like 100 people giving
Yeah.
you arrows back, and it can feel fucking overwhelming, right?
Absolutely.
So I totally understand like the desire for a lot of influential people to want to cut, to like, it's
Mm,
like creating a fortress for
yeah.
themselves. But the result is then you actually reduce your vulnerability, and your
Yeah.
vulnerability is your depth and your sensitivity, right? And your actual
Yeah.
care and empathy for the people that you're serving.
Mm,
So for me, there's this beautiful like cycle that I journey where I keep coming back to. Again, it's the humility piece. It's like almost like the voice of God that's like, yeah, but are you doing this for you, or are you doing this for to be of service? Because if you're
yeah.
doing this for you, all right, well, that's what you get. You get to be
Yeah.
alone in the world if that's what
Yes.
you want. But if
Yeah.
you really want to journey this fucking oneness journey, whatever it is that we talk about, well,
Yeah.
you're going to have to open yourself up to being vulnerable. And you might interpret that as being hurt by others, but really it's frequencies of love that you get to alchemize and bring home.
Yeah. Exactly. That's right. And that's